What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over typing in the locker code from last night for you guys to go and get a free another 100 overall. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to sit on this screen after I type it in for a little while so you guys can, pause video and get it typed in if you need. But at the end of the day, guys, like 2K is giving us some solid locker codes, right? But I think the problem is that we've been getting 100 overall locker codes for what, the past 2 to 3 months. It is now July 21st, and at this stage, 100 overall locker codes, unless you pull Yao Ming or Victor Wembanyama, I don't want to say they're worthless, but there's not a whole lot of cards that you guys can pull that are really going to be that next level, especially when, in recent weeks, the Dark Matters we've gotten have been absolutely incredible. I also have heard that, within this 100 overall locker code, you can pull Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when we have a locker code in the game to go and get a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for free, why are we able to pull him out of this locker code? To me, that just does not sit right with me. The fact that, guess what, out of this locker code for 100 overall, I can go and get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who I literally could get for free. That bugs me. Now, it might not bug you guys. Does bug me. One other thing to kind of at least make note of, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like it is the biggest thing, but you can exchange, some of these cards for a legend badge. Now, the problem is you do need, 3 Dark Matters with them. So, like Kevin Martin, J.R. Smith, and I guess like Alonzo Ball could be that. And it is a pick 3. So, it's like, it is nice that it's not just a 1 legend badge type of thing. But that is something to make note of, is if you do get, some bad 100 overalls that you don't want, pair them with some of the, like I mentioned, you pair them with some Dark Matters, and you can get some legend badges, and from those legend badges, you can soup up your squad. Like, I know my Ben Simmons, for example, I want to make really, really good, and so if I do get anything that, can go on Ben Simmons, it's obviously something I'm willing to do. But that is just another thing that you guys can ultimately think about. Now, go watch my No Money Spent Squad series to see who I pulled there. But I would almost be willing to bet you are just as likely to pull a point guard as anything else. And that should not be the case. The pack weight should not be so heavy towards point guards. Now, is there any 100 overalls that I could pull here that would play? I mean, if I pulled Yao or Wemby, I would adjust my team so they played. Any other 100 overall that I pull from this pack, as sad as it is at this stage, simply put, is not going to play. Now, it does say 100 overall plus, so I mean, I guess you probably do have a slight chance to pull somebody better, but it's not going to be the case. Ejin Leon, or Yalen as I would say, he would play for me. If I pulled Shaq, I mean, I'd probably play him or KP over a guy like Dikembe Mutombo. But it's just sad because realistically, I know deep down, I'm not going to pull anybody I want. I'm just not. We do get a shooting guard, and it's probably going to be DeMar DeRozan. I mean, it's just crazy because I think I've already pulled the 100 overall DeMar DeRozan. Why is the pack weight so bad? I genuinely want to talk to 2K and just be like, why? Like, the only decent 100 overalls I pulled, I feel like, have been from my level 40 grind, not a locker code. Like, why are the pack weights different for different things? It just does not make sense to me. So, you guys know exactly what DeMar DeRozan is. I got him, and he's a locker code. Like, that's the only good thing he is going to be able to do for me. He's not going to be ever able to play for me. He's not going to be able to do anything crazy. So okay, I accidentally added that. Be careful where you use your cards, because I obviously did not mean to put one of my Dark Matters in the Hall of Fame option pack there. But just be careful where you put certain cards. It is what it is at the end of the day. I'll take another legend badge. Like, I mean, it is what it is. It's at least something I can use at this stage. But it's just frustrating. It's frustrating for me because even if I would have gotten a guy that doesn't play, like, even if I would have gotten, a Jimmy Butler, at least then I know, okay, well, 2K is willing to give us some decent cards, right? Like, Jimmy wouldn't play for me, but at least I know deep down, like, he's a solid enough card that some people could use. with who I pulled on this squad and who I pulled on my main account, they're not even guys that play for my no money spending squad series or even come close to playing for my no money spent squad series. And I think that's what really bugs me is not only are we getting bad cards, but we're getting like cards that are borderline useless at this stage of the game out of these locker codes. I mean, again, if you're going to hype up a locker code and make it a big deal and advertise it in Park and make it the big deal and want people to get excited heading into 2K26, the locker code should be decent. The locker code should not just be basically worthless, which it is. The locker code's worthless. Like, I mean, there's no real use for having that locker code. So for me, it is what it is. But that's got to be said and stated. I mean, outside of me going and getting Kevin McHale, to me, this event is worthless. Like, I'll go and get Kevin McHale and you know, use him, play him. But outside of that, this event to me is literally basically, not even this event, but the locker code's worthless. The event doesn't get me excited. There's just not a whole lot of reason to be excited on this game right now. And it seems like every opportunity that 2K has had, which they've had certain opportunities, they just fail. And I didn't even go yesterday and get my Park win streak. I just realized that. Why? Because again, it does not matter, right? Like at this stage, like even Kevin McHale, sure, he's nice, but my 100 overall Braun is souped, and it's just like I don't really feel the need to go and get McHale, who obviously McHale is elite in his own right. But it's another day. It's another locker code that is weighted in a negative way. And I know I say that a lot, but the pack weights eventually got to be fixed. Eventually. Because we can't just keep doing this thing where it's the same thing like even in, you know, some of these packs. Like the pack weight is so bad that, you know, you can't make it up. And it's been something that's been in the game for years. But if they fix the pack weight, I think a lot of people would like the game a lot more. You know, if you open a 100 overall pack and have an equal chance to get Yao as, you know, DeMar DeRozan, I think a lot more people would be open to the idea of that. So that's just kind of where I'm at with things. You guys can let me know your thoughts on, you know, not only the locker code, but just where the game is at right now. I will also say, I mean, at least I got some legend badges. I mean, at least can go through and put a few more of them on LeBron James, who obviously I guess is just going to stay on my squad for the foreseeable future. But just remember the game, you know, we're in late July. 2K, you can give us some decent stuff at this stage. And again, it's not going to hurt your pack sales or anything. Again, the game's got a couple weeks left before it's in Rice. It's already in Rice. Why are we getting DeMar DeRozan locker codes? At least honestly what 2K should do is give us an Invincible locker code. Because yeah, there are some bad Invincibles, but even like an Invincible Manu Ginobili is playable. Even an Invincible ISO Joe Johnson is playable. I think that's what my team needs to start doing. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.